Well, good morning, and thanks very much for joining us. I'm sure many, if not all of you, watched the most recent debate between the Democratic presidential candidates. But when it comes to the tells in the body language of those candidates, what did we really see? Here to offer his take is our old pal, body language expert Don Khoury, who's been analyzing the nonverbal communication of political candidates for more than a decade. Welcome, Don.
Hey.
You love debates as a forum for this.
Absolutely.
Why?
Because it gives you a thin slice of how they're behaving throughout the campaign. So you can really get a good picture of what's happening out on that.
And they're under pressure. It's live TV. The truth kind of comes out.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
All right, so let's get going with a little appetizer here.
Okay.
Andrew Yang is a candidate who is... and what's the deal with the clap
Well,
there?
I think he's using that pseudoscience of neuro-linguistic programming that's really popular in California, but really it's a pseudoscience, right? And so it's that trying to anchor people to him by making that clap.
So they pay attention.
Right. That's what I think is going on there.
And what's missing from this picture?
Well, I mean, he doesn't have a tie on. A tie is extremely important for politicians in terms of communicating a message and who they are. And for women, it's the outfit. And so, and the other thing is look at his lapel. The pin is on the wrong side.
Why? It's supposed to be on the left side?
It's supposed to be over your heart, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's not.
So this is not an impressive body language presentation?
No, it's not. Not at all.
All right, interesting. Well, he's actually not doing too badly in the polls compared to some. So keep an eye on him. All right, now let's move to a key moment in this debate, a confrontation between Vice President Joe Biden and Julian Castro, and where Castro questioned his mental acuity. What do you see here?
Well, I see Biden's forehead he's angry, and look, his face is redder, right?
Right.
But
the wrinkles in the forehead.
The wrinkles in the forehead, the redder face. But you look at Castro, and he has these little smiles that are very much
the corners of his mouth.
The corners of his mouth are turning up, and so it's this, duping delight. He feels he's gotten one over on him, and so people are going to unconsciously read that and feel uncomfortable that this guy is trying to do this on purpose.
So that little smirk conveys what? Arrogance?
Arrogance. I got one over you. I'm smarter than you. I beat you.
Because when Kamala Harris went after Biden in the first debate over busing, she was not smirking.
She was not smirking, no. But she was a little too aggressive.
So Castro didn't do well there.
I don't think so.
And Biden did?
And Biden did. I think Biden did. I think he defended himself fairly well there.
Generally, what do you see in Joe Biden's body language? He's been at it a long time.
I mean, he's been there for so long. He knows what he's doing. He's internalized a lot of these behaviors, and he just does them on purpose.
Is it your belief that in the eye of you talk about what the casual viewer, the casual voter sees, the independent who's maybe just tuning into the debate.
Right.
Does Biden's body language outweigh his verbal slip-ups?
I think so. I think it gives a sense of calm, cool approach. And people want that calm, cool approach. Then again, you have the true believers on either side. They're not the ones that are going to decide this election.
Right. All right. Well, let's close out this segment by taking a look at Beto O'Rourke, the congressman from Texas. The subject of gun violence came up here in the debate. And, of course, he's the former congressman from El Paso, where the massacre was last month. What did you see about his body language here?
Well, what's interesting is, I've never been a fan of Beto, but in this one exchange, once he starts this answer, he starts from his heart, moves out to the middle.
Okay, he's touching his chest. Can you see that?
Yeah, he's being authentic, and then pushing out to the middle, and then at the end, he's going to point. Now, if you come out and point right away, that's not good. It's too aggressive because you haven't built a rapport with the audience.
Okay.
By starting from the heart, moving to the middle, making your arguments, and then coming out with the pointed finger, that's what you want. But by doing it ahead of time, it's not good.
And I want you to share with our viewers your golden rule about pointing in a political debate.
It's not a good idea to point. Well, certainly at somebody else. You can point at an idea, but not at
off to the side.
Off to the side, and or across yourself. Or this is very much, this is your authoritative but not aggressive, right? Holding your
two fingers and the thumb.
Right.
That's not off-putting, but this is.
This often is. Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
What amazing, amazing. All right, let's take our break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at Bernie Sanders in a showdown with Joe Biden and our own U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren. So please stay with us.